Welcome to the Tourist Countries channel. Today, we will talk about tourist cities in Germany. Germany is one of the most important tourist destinations around the world, where this country combined the beauty of nature, the diversity of places that can be visited, and the multiplicity of activities that can be carried out, hence tourism. In Germany contributes to more than 3% of the German gross domestic product, and this contribution comes through hotels and distinguished tourism projects, and various facilities, and the main German cities had the lion's share of tourism revenues, and the most important of these cities are Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Dresden, Cologne, Hanover, Leipzig, and others. As each city contains many important and distinctive tourist attractions, here are some of the most important tourist. We will talk about tourist cities in two parts in order to show you important details about each city in Germany. Rothenburg is a beautiful medieval city in Germany, and the perfect place to spend a day or two enjoying yourself, especially as it has a lot to offer visitors, including great historical sites with many amazing shopping opportunities and some interesting museums with wooden carvings, gorgeous 500-year-old, and one of the most beautiful one-hour walking tours in Germany. Rothenburg is also the place to go if you want to discover the most beautiful New Year's celebrations, as the city hosts one of the most popular Christmas markets in the world.
How long should you spend in Rothenburg?
It depends on your personal preference, dear traveler, but you can certainly walk around the city and enjoy good views in a few hours. You can get a good overview of the city during a day trip. However, experts recommend that you stay at least one day, and preferably 2 days, to really allow yourself enough time to explore Rothenburg.
When is the best time to visit Rothenburg ob der Tauber?
If you want to enjoy the best weather in Rothenburg, you'd better visit during spring, summer, or early autumn. And if you want to have a festive time, you can visit in the month of December, during the New Year's market. And if you want to avoid too many tourist crowds, avoid traveling to this charming city during the spring, summer, early fall, and the whole month of December, especially since Rothenburg is a very popular city and attracts a lot of visitors. The favorite thing for many visitors to Rothenburg is just walking and enjoying the unforgettable scenery, especially since the city is small and ideal for walking, and you also have many options, which is to take a guided tour with a local guide, or listen to an evening tour accompanied by the night watchman. The tour departs from the market square at 20:08 p.m. and continues for an entertaining 60 minutes around medieval sites in English, where the watchman takes you around the city and tells stories about daily life in Rothenburg during the Middle Ages, and how the city survived sieges, invasions, and sacking throughout most of its history, and its decline during the 30 Years' War. If you have a couple of days or more to spend in the city, you might also consider renting a bike and exploring some of the surrounding countryside. Aargen is the largest tourist island in Germany. As the island extends over 900 square kilometers, it has all the ingredients for a perfect vacation. For example, think of the beaches that stretch as far as the eye can see, natural scenery, and luxurious seaside resorts while visiting Germany. Learn about the 3 most important tourist places in Rügen and the best tourist activities in it. As a result, this Baltic Sea gem makes for the perfect holiday. Take, for example, a 60-kilometer 37-mile stretch where you'll find gorgeous sandy beaches, white chalk cliffs, and charming rural landscapes. Stay in its gorgeous seaside resorts, impressive architecture, rejuvenating spas, and a plethora of attractions. Whether you are a fan of water sports, hiking, or want to spend a relaxing holiday with stunning views, this is the place for you.
What are the most important tourist places on the island of Virgin?
In the heart of the island, for example, you can follow the scenic views along cobblestone roads lined with century-old trees. Another great way to get around the island is to take the Resender Roland Racing Roland, a historic steam train that connects towns and sea. What could be more romantic than a cruise on the Rhine River, perhaps walking on it? The section between Koblenz and Ardesheim is known as the Romantic Rhine. As you gaze upon medieval castles built on forested hillsides with lush vineyards below, you might think you're the star of a romantic fairy tale. But romance did not build this magical scene. Knights and princes did this by charging users of the river tolls to pay for all this splendor, which is considered some of the best scenery in Germany. Major castles include Ehrenbresten Castle, which overlooks Koblenz, Marksburg Castle on the fjord, and the 13th century Maus Castle. Most beautiful time of all is early morning, when a dawn mist wafts gently over the river. Castles are shrouded in the haze, and ruins rise up from the mist like heavenly towers. Birds twitter cheerfully from the riverbanks. The first rays of sunshine shimmer on the gently flowing waters of the Rhine. The magical and romantic atmosphere of the Rhine is almost impossible to resist. Even around 200 years ago, painters and poets of the Romantic period had discovered the fairy tale beauty of these river landscapes between Lake Constance and the Dutch border. The German city of Cologne is located along the Rhine River, and it has an impressive modern appearance with a variety of beautiful landscapes. If you are looking for a city with imaginative architecture and charming alleys, do not hesitate to book a flight to this beautiful destination, which is considered one of the largest Germany's most diverse cities to explore, with Cologne Cathedral, many world-renowned museums, a vibrant Belgian quarter, and plenty of fun avenues for everyone.
How to travel to Kowloon?
Kowloon is a well-connected city and is easily accessible by train, plane, or car. It has its own airport located just a short train or taxi ride from the city center. Cologne hugs the shores of the Rhine, and there is an opportunity to reach the city via riverboats or regional boats as well. Kowloon is an easy city to get around, especially with its network of tram and bus lines. The tram runs every few minutes a day, which makes it an ideal way to get around. And there is also the Cologne card that offers discounts on public transportation, with discounts at many of the city's main sites. The city is also known for its world-class museums, including the wonderful Ludwig Museum, which hosts works from Picasso and other international artists. Every year, Kowloon City hosts one of the most amazing festivals, where you can enjoy many interesting events that are worth discovering. As one of the oldest cities in Germany, downtown Cologne has the remains of an early Roman settlement dating back 2,000 years. Getting around the city by car is quite difficult, since there are not many parking spaces on its territory, and most of the central streets are accessible exclusively to residents. So bicycles will be an excellent alternative to a car in the city. The Kowloon Carnival takes place from February to March. If you want to discover the cultural side of the city, you can visit at this time of the year. In addition, you can visit from May to September, in addition to the splendor of the city during New Year's celebrations. So it would be nice to visit Kowloon in December too.
Talk to us about the tourist places in Kowloon.
It is impossible not to notice the Cologne Cathedral while touring the city, as it can be seen from almost every point in the city. Construction on this magnificent Gothic structure began in 1248 and was completed 632 years later in 1880. It dominates the city skyline in a scene that takes you back. Ancient legends. Some might say it's a miracle that Cologne Cathedral is still standing today, given that the city was hit by 262 bombs during World War II, 14 of which hit the cathedral, but it survived. And in 1996, UNESCO declared Cologne Cathedral a World Heritage Site because of the building's stunning Gothic architecture, the Shrine of the Three Wise Men, its impressive stained glass windows, and many other important works of art. The Lewis Museum is a great place to learn about modern German art. The museum is located behind Cologne Cathedral in the city center. It presents works of different times, from the previous century to the present day.
What is the historical ancient city of Kowloon?
The narrow, rural alleys of the historic old town of Kowloon are lined with traditional houses, where you will find many beautiful restaurants and cafes there, and monuments and fountains are abundant throughout the old town, each of which has a story to tell about this 2,000-year-old city. A number of historical remains, such as the archaeological area and the ancient monument, also provide a window to discover the city's past. Cologne's history dates back to Roman times, which means there is a whole host of different architectural styles and histories to explore in the old town, where you'll find colorful houses, quaint shops, and cobblestone streets that bring the city back to life from many centuries ago.
What is the Chocolate Museum?
Kowloon honors all things chocolate at the Chocolate Museum, where the origin of chocolate along with the cacao cultivation process is presented through high-tech exhibits. Dear traveler, you will also have a tour of the live production factory, with the possibility to buy some delicious chocolate. Before leaving, wait for the second part of the most important tourist attractions in Germany.